All right, so we're at that time of year where you might be invited to a wedding, whether it's your buddy, your friend of your wife, your girl, whatever it may be. You might be finding yourself going to a wedding sometime soon. So I wanted to give you some fragrances that might be appropriate for that special occasion, whether it's your own or someone else's. All right, stick around. All right, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin, and this is SmellGoodz. Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you hanging out with me for a little bit as we discuss these fragrances of ours that we seem to enjoy. All right, as mentioned, it's time for May is typically that time as far as weddings, where people are getting married or renewing vows. We've had a couple of friends that renewed vows not too long ago. And so I thought it might be good just to have something out here for you all that may be going to weddings and think about some of those things that you might wear for that occasion. All right. Before I jump in, do me the favor, of course, hit that like, hit that subscribe, request notifications, share. And then also just a reminder that there is a collaboration going on right now between myself and DecantX. I've got the description in the link in the description. You can check it out. Save yourself 10% off of their prices on Decant's sample. I think most of this, if not all of this, is available as far as things that if you wanted to sample, you might be able to get it over at DecantX. So check it out. All right. And that does help to support the channel as well. All right. So y'all know how sometimes I think as far as I kind of categorize my fragrances and put them into the different, scenarios that might come up with wearing them. So I kind of did that, but it's not a hard and fast rule. I've got I've got 7 fragrances. One I'll just throw out there, which is an eternal one, just because it fits in every situation. But if you got it, it of course makes a great fragrance. I'm talking about Bleu de Chanel. Yeah, that fits. But I want to give you something else other than that one, because I think that's pretty much well known. All right, so I'm just going to pick them up and we're going to talk about them. All right, so first one up is one of my favorites from the House of Mancera. This is Gold Prestigium. Now, the reason I think that this is perfect for a wedding, this kind of fits into my elevated type of a fragrance. So if you're going there and you are, this is probably if you're in the, if you're attending the wedding, you may want something that is just going to kind of help you stand out. You already got your person, you already are going with your boo, so you got your +1. So you're not trying to necessarily attract anyone, but you want to smell great while you're at the wedding. This is a good one. It just has a little refinement, a little elevation to it that I think works well in a wedding type situation, as well as banquets, those type of formal things. Anytime you got a suit or a tux on, I think this might be a good fragrance to check out. This again is Gold Prestigium. I know you've got vanilla in this. I think you've got some rose in this as well. So very nice, like I said, elevated, luxurious type of fragrance that I think works well for a wedding. Next one up is a clone of something that to me works well for a wedding, especially if you're in the wedding, if you're attending the wedding, definitely works well for that. Especially if you're going to be sitting there after the wedding at the reception, doing some dancing, eating food, drinking, whatever it may be. I think this will work. This is from Paris Corner. This is Rifaaqat, and this is their take on Baby Cat, which again is just it's one of those fragrances that it's almost like it's definitively for those type of events. Definitely works well. Now, yes, this might work better as far as a fall and winter, but I think it could work, especially in the wedding, work in that type of a scenario for you. So the next one up, not numbering them, Rifaaqat from Paris Corner. Another one that I think is, when I'm thinking wedding, I'm thinking, of course, you got the flowers, you got, bouquets, you've got all those things. You've got the music, you've got, the white all around, you've got the nice chiffon, and you've got a nice setup. And so something that might be in your wheelhouse, might be something you to check out. This is from Xerjoff. This is from the Cosmorati line. This is 1888. And this is a floral woody scent. So this is not going to be something that is going to be If you're a person that likes spicy fragrances, might be a little outside of your wheelhouse. But for me, this works in that type of environment. It works as far as a romantic thing, not romantic trying to make you move type of thing, but just because love is in the air, right? And you're going to the wedding to kind of experience or at least witness the start of a new relationship. This might be one that works for that, especially you've got your nice suit on, your nice tux on, whatever it may be. This is another one I think works well. Again, this is Zerzov Cosmoratti line. This is 1888. All right. Now, if you're going to the wedding and let's say you don't have a plus one, you are going, it's your boy, and you might want to see who your boy is getting married. So you might want to see who on his girl side of the family or the aisle might be, you might put your eye on. You want something that might be a little more masculine, a little more manly, a little more like, hey, I'm here. I got two boozy fragrances that would probably fit the bill. Still work, I think, for a wedding. These are a little more as far as just very masculine, very spicy or boozy type of fragrances. But I think for this, if you're that person that's going to the wedding and you don't have a plus one, you're going and you're like, let's see what numbers I might be able to capture. These might work for you. First one up is from Bulgari. This is Man in Black. Now, you've heard me say this one is one that I think just the image I get with this is stepping out, the blacked out black Hummer, black suit, stepping into the restaurant, steakhouse, what have you. But I think, if you're going to a wedding and you might not be with anyone, you might just be kind of there on your own, solo dolo, and hanging out. But you want to impress, you still want to have something that kind of, at least pulls them into you. It's a warm, inviting type of a scent. And it's a boozy type of scent that kind of just is an inviting one. Bulgari Man in Black is one that you might want to consider. All right. Another one that kind of fits that bill, a little on the cheaper end as far as if you like, listen, I may not want to throw it all out there, but hey, I've got this from Bentley. This is for Men Intense. So this is Bentley Intense. Still, again, another boozy fragrance that just to me is a masculine fragrance. There's nothing unisex about this. This is straight masculine and something that I think could work well with the right suit, the right environment, the right atmosphere, especially, for that wedding that you might be going to. All right. And then the last two are ones that I think might work really well, especially if you're in the wedding. Just because wherever you might be, if you're in the wedding, you might be standing up for a while. You might be, running around taking pictures, what have you. So you don't want anything heavy. You don't want anything that is going to be just weighing you down. You also want something that's going to be light, be fresh, but also stick around for the entirety of the wedding, especially if you're in the wedding party. All right. So for that, first one up is from Afnan. This is Turathi Blue, which is their take on, there's that cap. This cap sucks. I think I got a bad cap, but we're going to keep that in. We're not going to start this over. But this is Turathi Blue, as I mentioned, and this is their take on Bulgari's Tigar. Does a really good job of it. Pretty close. It's been a long time since I've put nose specifically on Tiger. I think I've got a decant. I'll check it out. But I would say just from fragrance memory, it's in there. It's in that space. But I do know that this seems to last on my skin. I've worn this one day this week just to test it out, and it works very well. And so if you're in the wedding, and this, or even if you just want to wear it at the wedding, this is something you might check out. This is, again, from Afnan. This is Bulgari. This is Turathi Blue. Get your focus there. All right. And then the last one up is one that, again, it works very well because if you're going to be in the wedding, if you're going to be standing there, you want something that's going to last. You want something that's going to smell great, but something that also fits the occasion, because I think with the wedding, you still, whether you're in it, whether you're attending, what have you, you still want to put your best foot forward. This is one that I think was made for, it to me is a very elevated type of fragrance, even though it's a clone and it's cloning Town and Country, Town and Country by Clive Christian. I'm talking about from Lattafa. This is Emeer. And this is a room filler, first of all. So it is going to project. As far as what I've gotten from this will project. This will make itself known in the room. It is a room filler. It is a one that lasts. So I get beast mode performance out of this, but it just is a nice citrus fragrance that works very well as an elevated type fragrance, in my opinion. All right, that's it for 7 fragrances that might work for you as far as weddings. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you would wear to your wedding. In fact, that might be a good question in the comments. What would you wear? Give me, what would you wear if you were for your wedding? If you were getting married this month, right? You may already be married. I got you. But what would you wear to your wedding? What would you wear to your best friend's wedding that you might be standing in as a groomsman or a best man in? And then what would you wear just to attend the wedding? Let's do it that way. All right. Do me the favor again, hit that like, hit that subscribe, request notification, share. There's a video here that you might want to check out, as well as there's a video here you might want to check out. And then as always, stay safe, stay sane, stay smelling good. We'll see you next time. Have a great one. Be blessed. Peace.